Disclaimer: this review features a collectible item and it's for adult collectors ages 13 and up only. It is not intended for children. So if you are age 13 or below, please stop watching this video now. Thank you. Hello everyone, WerewolfLydia here and welcome back to a new review on my channel. So today I am doing once again a vintage doll review. I have two dolls here from the 90s and these are both anime dolls and obviously from the same series, judging from their boxes. Now the boxes or the series may seem familiar to you guys, and that is because I actually did a review of two more dolls from this same anime, and I'm talking about the Slayers, or in Italian it's Gli Incantesimi di Rina, if that seems like, I don't know, more familiar to you guys. Yes, I did a review of another pair or another set of these dolls back then, and back then I made the review of two girl characters, so the main character of the whole show, Rina, or Lina Inverse, and one of her companions, which was another little enchantress or witch, Amelia. And if you haven't seen that review yet, I will leave one of those little pushable button thingies up here in the corner, and you can click that and it will take you to that review, because I do recommend watching that as well, since those two dolls are from this same series. Now today I am really happy and glad that I finally have the rest of the series, because there were only 4 dolls ever released in this series, and these are the boy characters. I have here Gabriev, who is a swordsman, a warrior, and he's one of the main characters who tags along with Rina on her journey, on her adventures. And over here we have Rezo, the red monk, who is now it's a little bit of a spoiler for you guys if you have not seen this anime, although it's a old anime and it's one of the best ones, honestly, in my opinion. One of these spells, and I'm not sure what category the anime is, but it's kind of like in a kind of like a fairy tale with spells and whatnot, but it's a lot more serious than an actual fairy tale. So Rezo is actually the bad character, or one of the main antagonists, one of the main enemies in the series in the first 2 seasons of the anime series. So yeah, we have a baddie doll, which is honestly a really cool idea. Now my only complaint back then when I did, and I think I mentioned back then when I did the review of Rina and Amelia, and I'm mentioning this now too, although it's already too late, because these dolls were released I think in 1995 or something, so a long time ago, that they never actually released I think it would have been a 5th doll, who is also a guy character, and that would have been Zelgadis, because he's also like a huge main character. He was there from basically even before Emilia appeared in the series. He was there from I think the 3rd or 4th episode of the first season, so I think it would have been amazing to have a Zelgadis doll. So yeah, I'm really not happy that we are missing Zelgadis. He is part of the main group. I am thinking of trying to get another Rezo doll, because he seems to be the less popular one from the series, wonder why, and trying to, I don't know, somehow customize him and make him look like Zelgadis. Which could be done, but I will see better when I actually unbox Rezo and how customizable he is. But until then, that's just my one of my side projects, but this review isn't. So first off, I'm going to show you guys the boxes as usual, and after that I will unbox the dolls and we'll see how cool and well detailed these dolls are. Personally, I have to say upfront that I am already not a huge fan and not really liking the fact that they have like molded on hair, but you know, these dolls are from the 90s, so I did not expect something, you know, major wow, but you know, that's just my thing. So yeah, let's get started with the boxes. So first off, we have here Gourry Gabriev's, or actually Guido in Italian, which sounds really funny in my opinion. Him in the box, as you can see, and the boxes do have this base color of this pink and kind of like a white smoke swirling around. I really like it, although the box is not in the best shape as you can see, but you know, these are old dolls and still in pretty decent condition. I mean, the dolls itself, they are brand new in box, so I'm really happy that I was able to find them like that. And Gourry seems to be the most expensive one from this series and the most rare one, because ever since I got Rina, I was on the lookout to, you know, get all of them, and Gourry only popped up like 2 times on eBay within a year time. So yeah, he seems to be the most rare one from this series, but yeah, I'm really glad that I was able to grab him. Now up here we have a kind of like a artwork, but it's honestly a little bit of a lame artwork of him. They could have just, you know, chosen a you know, the official like artwork. I'm guessing they probably had like, I don't know, some copyright issues with that. I have no idea, but that looks pretty much hand-drawn. And over here it says Il coraggioso spadaccino. I hope I did not butcher that. I don't speak Italian, but I'm pretty sure it says the courageous, you know, warrior or paladin or something like that. Now inside the box you can see some buttons over there, which all of these dolls do come with 3 of these little buttons. They kind of look like badges, but they are actually 4 buttons, and you will be able to see that when I unbox him. We have his sword, of course, and a like a bio card. And down here we have a castle, and we have Rina over there doing some spells. And as I said before, here is the name of the series, Gli incantesimi di Rina. La Spada Brilla nel Buio. I have no idea what that means, and that's the company that made these dolls, Gig. Now the top of the box, this is how it looks, and this is the side of the box, and we have the 4 cards, a picture of the 4 cards for the 4 characters. Rina, Amelia, Guido, and Zeno, in Italian, of course. And again, not going to read that because I'm pretty sure it talks of, it says una magica carta da collezionare, so yeah, it's talking about the magic cards that you can collect. And this is the back of the box. We have a full artwork of Gourry over here, and these are actual pictures from the anime of the other ones, and you can pause and read. I'm pretty sure it's like a description of the character, and you can pause and read it if you wanted to, and if you know Italian, or I don't know, try to translate it. And the other side is just blank. So yeah, that's Gourry Gabriev's box. Now we have Rezo, the Red Monks, and I'm pretty sure you can see why he is called a Red Monk. He has that red cape. In box, I don't know, he seems to be a little bit shorter in height than Gourry, but we'll see that when I unbox him. I'm really interested in seeing that. Because the girls were like same height, even though Amelia was supposed to be shorter than Rina. So yeah, I'm really interested to see how big the guys are, and again, I'm going to compare them to the girls as well. Now inside there you can see his like staff that he uses in the anime. If my camera would just, there we go, focus. So it's inside there, and he also comes with those 3 little buttons and the magic card. Now here we have again one of those hand-drawn artworks of his, but his actually looks a little bit more decent than Gaurie's. And it says Zeno, so in Italian, instead of Rezo, his name is Zeno, which is pretty interesting. Il Monaco Rosso, so basically the Red Monk. And down here it looks the same as Gaurie's box. On the side too, it looks the exact same with the cards. And here is the back, so we have a full one of those hand-drawn artworks for him, and here we have the pictures of the characters, or the heroes actually, of this show, since he is the baddie. And again, you can pause and read if you wanted to. And yeah, so that's basically it for the boxes. Now let me just grab them out of the box and we'll see all the details. So here I have unboxed these 2 guy characters from the Slayer's vintage dolls. And yes, Gourry and Rezo are both the same mold and the same height or same size. It's just that they seem a little bit of a different height because of their hair, which on both of them is molded, by the way, and it's in like the actual mold of the head. So it's not like a separate plastic piece glued to the head. No, it's actually like molded in just one, like a rubbery, because they have rubber heads, like, you know, these are old dolls, so they have rubbery heads, and yeah, it's in their mold. Although the back piece of Gaurie's hair is actually, that's the part that's glued on, but the front piece of his head is in the mold, and basically the overall all of the hair of Rezo's is in the mold. But you know, it's nothing too special about that. We have seen some things like this many times with dolls. I just thought that I should mention that before I show you guys what they come with. So both of them come with their cards, as you have already seen when they were still in box. So these are the magical cards as it said on the packaging. On one side we have the character, and there is that kind of hand-drawn artwork. So this is Gaurie's, and I'm not sure if it says the same thing as it said on the back of the box, but you can pause and read it if you wanted to, and if you understand Italian, or you can translate it. It says gig over there, and this is the back of the box. So we have the same picture with Lina doing a spell, and the castle, and yeah, just the stuff that we've seen on the box. And this is Rezo's. We have the full artwork, and there's the description, which again you can pause and read if you are interested. And the same thing on this side. This is just a simple cardboard piece that's like glued together, the 2 sides, and that's how the cards look. Now, as you saw, each of them came with these buttons. I'm going to call them buttons because they look like you know, pins or badges, but they are actually buttons. Now, I do not remember, you know, they kind of got mixed up as I opened the dolls, so I do not remember which one came with which of the dolls. But from what I saw online, I think these are like completely random. So if you get like 2 Rezo dolls, for example, I don't think you get the same exact little buttons with this. So yes, these are random. Now the first one we have here is Zelgadis, a close-up of his face. And why I'm saying that these are buttons, because they actually do look like kind of like button decorations. I think you were supposed to put these over your, I don't know, shirt buttons or something. It's pretty interesting. It kind of looks like a lock. Now I did convert these into like badges, because I do have like a board where I put my badges and pins and whatnot on. I actually just glued a little nail to the back of these with a little bit of hot glue, and that way you can just put it on your badge board or whatever you want to do with these. So yes, that's Delgadis. We have one with Rezo. So this is Rezo's face up close. And we have one with another character that unfortunately never got released as a doll. This is Sylphil. And she was like a... again, she did some spells, but she was more of a healer, if you can call her that. So she did like white magic and healing spells. She wasn't like a super powerful witch or you know, magician. And the other three are all with Lina or Rina. This is one of those. And she's she's like thinking of something, or kind of dumbfounded, or something like that. I don't know. She seems like she's forgotten something, which is not unusual for her. And this one is also her again. I'm pretty sure she forgot something and she's trying to remember it. And we have this one also with her, and I really love this one because I think she is super sweet. She has this really soft, gentle smile on her face, which is again kind of unusual of her. That's not her how she is. If you know the anime, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, those are the little buttons or badges. Now of course these characters do come with some weapons. So we have here first Gourry's sword, and it has this really interesting handle, as you can see. And it has this piece, and with the help of it he can actually hold the sword. And the blade of the sword actually does glow in the dark, which is, I think, a really cool feature. And his sword is basically the light sword, which he later finds out, and it's a little bit of a spoiler in the anime, that it's not like a regular sword, it's actually the light sword. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm guessing that's why it glows in the dark. And this is Rezo's staff, which is a pretty long staff, as you can see. This is how the bottom looks. And it's like a light grey color, although this front piece is kind of yellowed. I have to fix that eventually. And this is how the top looks. Pretty awesome. It has this red ball on top of it. I'm guessing that's kind of like some kind of like a stone or magical item. And yeah, these things were supposed to be from like metal, like metallic rings, and it would make a sound in the anime when he was coming, like. But you know, here it's all molded, and from the color of this piece, I'm pretty sure this part over here, this top part, and even this little bottom part is also glows in the dark, but I have to try that out. So yeah, those are all the stuff that these dolls come with. Now let's take a closer look at them. So starting off with Gourry, the swordsman. Now he has a pretty weird or funny looking face mold, because you can only see one of his eyes, since his half of his face is covered by his hair. Now of course he does have like a full face, and there's nothing like anything hidden underneath there. He has both of his eyes, and so yeah, nothing like creepy or weird. It's just that that's how his hair is, and unfortunately, since it's a molded hair, you can't really see the rest of his hair. I would have preferred if his face was like full and he had like actual doll hair and not molded on, but you know. And he has, of course, since he is a blonde, he's like a typical blonde, a dumb blonde. He also has like beautiful blue eyes, and the eyebrows are blonde as well. And yeah, you can see the hair in this really interesting shape. Now this back piece that I was talking about, this is actually the one that's like glued onto his head. There are some little like scuff marks over here that I still have to clean up. It's from the cardboard inside the packaging, you know, since this doll was almost stuck there like for almost like 30 years, so it's not a surprise, but he has pretty long hair, and it just basically, it's a piece of like rubbery plastic. Not a big fan of it. Again, I wish he had like beautiful full like rooted hair, like actual hair, but you know, it is what it is. Now moving on to his outfit. He's wearing this dark blue, and it's actually more darker than it shows up on camera. Dark blue, like kind of like overalls, and the sleeves are a much darker blue, as you can see. I'm pretty sure this one is you can take it off. I think it's like velcroed on in the back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's velcroed on. You just cannot see the velcro from his armor, but it is velcroed on, and it also has like this turtleneck style and one darker blue little ribbon detail over there. And he also comes with a pair of gloves which are also made out of fabric, dark blue, as you can see, with a lighter blue ribbon on both sides, and you can see his fingers coming out of there. I do not remember how this looked in the anime, but I do think it's accurate looking, and it's pretty interesting that they did not like mold this onto the hands, because they did mold Rina's gloves on, so pretty interesting. And of course you can see the armor, pretty interesting looking armor that he's wearing, which is also like a dark blue with light blue details, and it's also made of a little bit stronger but still like rubbery plastic. Comes over here. He also has this belt and these side I'm not sure what they are called, side pads or something like that. Those are shoulder pads kind of. And yeah, the back, this is how it looks. And of course you can take off all of this armor if you wanted to, and as you can see there is a little place over there where you can put his sword in, and you know, he can carry his sword with him. And last but not least, he comes with a pair of boots. These are also dark blue, as you can see. They are rubbery, and you can easily take them off if you wanted to. So not much else to say about it. Pretty simple, but you know, pretty much accurate, more or less, to the anime look of Gourry, and that is him. Now moving on to the red monk Rezo over here, and this is how his face looks. Yes, he has closed eyes, and if I remember correctly, pretty much he is keeping his eyes closed all the time. I may remember wrong, but I do think he was blind in the anime. But again, correct me if I'm wrong. I've seen this anime such a long time ago, I do have to rewatch it, but if I remember correctly, he was blind, so he is keeping his eyes constantly closed. He has like a really calm face for a baddie, that's for sure. And yes, the hair is also molded. It's like a dark purple slash a little bit of a blue, so it's kind of like navy blue, but it's has more of a dark purple hint to it. And this is how it looks from the sides. And again, yes, this is in the mold of the head, so the head and the hair is one rubbery piece. Not much else to say about his face or head. Let's move on to the clothes. So as you can see, he also has this pretty cool looking teal colored with some light gray, like shoulder pads or shoulder like decoration, armor, whatnot, and with this big green stone in the front. And there's also like a little pink stone over there, which kind of looks a little bit weird, but this is how it looks. And this is how it looks in the back. We also have a green stone over there. Pretty cool decoration, honestly. And now underneath he is wearing his signature red cape. And as you can see, it goes down to almost to the ground. It's pretty wide, and it's a double layered, or no, it's just simple layered. Sorry about that. So it's a simple layered red satin material, but it's actually in really nice quality, so that's why I thought that it was double layered. And over here I can see this little golden piece, and that indicates where you can take it off. There's also like a little button hidden over there. Now underneath he is wearing this pretty much monk style black robe. I'm going to call it a robe, which is also a satin material, nice and shiny, and again really good quality. I can feel it. And there is also this front part, which kind of feels like a leathery kind of material that has this silver ribbon like trimming and decoration. And this goes like way up there, as you can see, and it's also like a turtleneck. And the cuffs are, as you can see, pulled together, so the sleeves are a tiny bit puffy, and the cuffs, as you can see, are made of a golden material, which is in really great condition. I mean, both dolls are in really good condition. Guessing that's because they were like brand new in box, and I'm pretty sure the whole robe velcros up in the back. But they held the time over the years because I don't know, I guess the boxes were kept really well, and the dolls are completely fine. And last but not least, he also has a pair of black boots, and this is the same mold as Gourry's boots. Now I don't think these are like accurate, because if I remember correctly, you could barely see them because this robe was like covering his shoes almost all the time. But he had some kind of, if I remember correctly, like this teal colored kind of like pointy toed shoes, and not like these black boots, of course. But you know, I guess they didn't want to completely make a new mold for just one doll, and that's why they used that. And fair enough, as I said before, you can barely see them now too, and in the anime, so I guess it's okay, you can get away with that. And yeah, so that's about it for Rezo, the Red Monk. Now, as far as the articulation on these dolls go, since they are like really old, we get the basic 5 points of articulation, so you can move the head to the sides, but only to the sides, so there's not really like any pivoting or anything of that sort. You can move the arms up and down, and they are kind of squeaky because they are their arms are like really rubbery. And you can of course move the legs, or you cannot. I don't know, they seem to be kind of stuck, and I really don't want to force them. But from what I saw, you can move the legs. I may be wrong, but it does feel like there is like a mold over here. But I'm pretty sure they are just like stuck. because again they are rubbery and they've been in the box for so long. You can move the legs on the girls, so I'm pretty sure you can move on them as well. And you cannot move their like anything like elbow or wrist or anything of that sort. I don't think they have like bend and snap knees either, and you cannot move the arms or anything to the sides, but they do have a extra articulation in the waist, as you can see. Again, moving really hardly. It moves a little bit better on him. There you go. But yeah, so not super articulated dorsal or anything, but they do look pretty good. From judging from the time when they were made, they did a good job, honestly. And since I promised you guys at the start of the video, here is the 4 dolls in this vintage Slayers anime line that, you know, basically ever came out. So the full collection. And I am not exactly sure if the girls are shorter than the guys. I think they are with just a teeny tiny bit. Because of course, since they are girls, they do have a different mold. That's one thing for sure. But I do think, especially you can see over here with Lina and Gourry, but you know, it's a little bit questionable. I do think the guys have like a little bit smaller heads than the girls, and their face seems to be a little bit more skinnier too. I'm guessing it's because they use like bigger heads for the girls to be able to root them, because the girls have like actual rooted hair. So yeah, I think they could have made the boys have like actual hair too and make them look a little bit more better, because now it seems, I don't know, just a tiny bit weird next to the girls how they look, but you know, it's better than nothing, I guess. And yeah, I'm still thinking about if I should buy another Rezo and create Zelgadis for this crew. You know, just make some modifications to the head mold, and otherwise I can pretty much easily make all his clothes and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm thinking about that, but that's just a project for me. And yeah, so that's the comparison. And by the way, there's no difference in the articulations next to the girls, so it's the same articulation points. But yeah, so that's the comparison to them. And that's about it for this review of the vintage Slayers Gourry, Gabriev and Rezo the Red Monk dolls review. That's a long title. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review and you got a better look at these dolls and a chance to, you know, decide if you are interested in getting these or not. And if you are, good luck with trying to get Gourry, because as I said before, he is the rarest one pretty much from this crew. And if you liked my review, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and comment down below what do you think of them, what do you think of the girls, or you know, just overall this whole anime. And if you agree with me that they should have made at least a Zelgadis doll, not to mention all of the other pretty much main characters as well. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more doll reviews like this or other kind of toy reviews as well. I also have a Facebook page, the link will appear down below over here somewhere, and you can go ahead and like and follow my page if you want like sneak peeks and want to get notifications whenever I upload something. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!